Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing with Parklife, we've started a new city and we've done a little bit of decent planning now for our new almost industrial zone up against the mountain over here. What I have done in the meantime is I've actually installed a mod called something about district RCI and district consumption so that we can have a look, district stats, that's what it is. So we can have a look at what's happening in terms of importing, exporting, what the RCI demand is over here and so on. So for a little bit more information as we plan and develop the city. Of course, we've got the main stuff over here, and Demand Master is activated if we needed to do that, but it's not. We're not doing that. We're doing natural demands as it stands. So clearly, we need a little bit more residential to kind of meet the need of what's going on over here. So what I thought we'd do is we'd at least expand things a little bit over here to allow us some more residential use. Okay, we're also starting to see a little bit of money, but we need much more. Okay, so I think this will be about the last one we do from here. And then the question in my mind would be, what are we doing with this? Are we going across here to the other side? Maybe that could be an option. Or are we almost terminating it into a service road over here? That could be an option too. So we'll leave our options open for now, and what we'll do is we will build a bit more road like this. So what I'm thinking is we can tie it in like so. How does that work? I think that looks pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. So what we'll do is we'll do that. Yeah, something like so. We'll do that. Actually, probably around there. And then something like so. Is that what we're doing? Right, and I think that's about the end of it. So what we'll do is now we'll just do a bit of a straight section through here. Okay, and we will... yeah, just run a piece like that. I don't want to get it too busy right there at the road. So that's about it. We could actually start looking at maybe a bit of a park in some place, but I think for now that's going to be sufficient. Let's get some water going. Oh, and because of the new mod, the new RCI mod that I'm looking at, or the districts mod, I just need to actually make these area districts so that we can actually see the stats, monitor the requirements, and so on. Okay, that'll do. And we'll run it like that. So I'll keep it straight as much as possible. Okay, so certainly we will need a fair bit of residential. So let's kind of wondering, maybe what I should do is I should tweak this a little bit this way so we can at least get a decent piece of zoning in there. That's okay, let's do that. It's not the greatest pieces of zoning, but it'll do. Not that one. We'll do all of this, and what I'm wondering is whether we do a bit of a commercial piece, but I don't want to, of course, zone all the way in there. Oh, and I probably need to make room for a bit of a path or something in there. That's pretty good. Let's do that. Let's do that. And make sure we add a little bit more. We should at some point go up to a bit more what am I trying to say? High density. At some point we'll go up to high density, but not quite yet. Okay, so that is going to start filling in. The other thing that we need to do is at some point do something on this side. And what I also thought I'd do is I would grab that road and look into running it in this direction. So we'll start off by just going straight, and that is bit of a steep situation right there, and then actually, and the way I actually want to do it is I want to run it straight. Yeah, something like that is going to be a little bit more interesting. So if we run it straight down into that direction like so, then what we'll do is we will wow, that's actually not gonna do great. So if we grab this, just gonna tweak it, tweak it a little bit, and now that is a bit of an issue. So we need to just sort ourselves out a tad over here. Let's raise this a little. Look, it's just I think maybe the way we did that was on the wrong level, to be honest. Because really, we shouldn't be getting this. This should just be on the right grade level, right? I'm a little bit wondering if I should redo the whole thing instead. Let's redo it. I don't really have the cash to be rebuilding these things. Okay, let's give it a little bit like that. But let's rebuild this one section and make very sure that we are saying connect to the actual ground level. Right? The actual ground level. So actual -3 is what I said there. So of course that is not right, not quite right. Shall we say run it through there somewhere? We do it something like this. That's going to give us a pretty central piece over there. And now if we tie this together, actually now we can run this one forward a bit and now tie them together like so. Now we've only got this one spot there, so we can only fix that. That's fine. Let's bring that up and fix that. That took a bit of a funny turn out of that. I think, it might have been because of the thing was still linked up then. The -3. Let's just do a little bit over here. Right? So now that looks much better. We could do a bridge here somewhere. Kind of thinking maybe something straight out of that one. That doesn't actually run all the way down. That's a potential. We could also start looking in a bit of higher density at some point. Okay, we are probably requiring more schooling, I would imagine. Just show me this. So yeah, certainly, and I wanted to squeeze one in over here, so let's plop in a school over there. A community school maybe. Yeah, something like that over here could be quite helpful. Do a bit of a community school right there. Okay, and now we are also short on a lot of other things. The police certainly seems to be struggling a fair bit to keep pace with all the requirements. So what I could do is I'll just do a bit of a rural police station over here to help things out, and maybe a little bit of a rural police station somewhere over here to help matters out a little bit. Don't want to overdo it. We don't have tons of cash just ready and available just yet. The other thing that I was thinking, we need to start looking at how we're gonna well, that one, what I'll do is I'll twist that around this way, and this one will join somewhere down here. Okay, and I'm kind of tempted to build into this area a bit more so than to just jump over to the other side, but I do want to do that. Also, so much things I still want to do. And I'm tempted to get that up and running, but really, first things first, we need to get some more residential in here, and we're running out of money very quickly. So maybe what we do is we just do a very basic some very basic additional pieces in here. some straight. Is straight gonna work? Yeah, I think straight is gonna be fine. Just about 20 over there. And we'll run it through there, so we'll do a little bit of a piece right there. And fill that in with some more of this. Okay, so that can start filling in. Do we have water? Not quite all the way to the end. But we do now. So start getting that all filled in. So our roads are starting to cost us a fair bit. Oh, the one thing that I wanted to have a look at is if I... How do I go? Oh, budget over here. I can up the taxes a little bit. Shall we just do it to 10? I think to 10 is probably a good idea. And like so. You can see our income from ore, from oil. Okay. Leisure park areas, commercial zones, sightseeing. What is this? So this is how much of our income comes from tourism. I love this. This is great. I just love it. In terms of budget, what are we doing? Do we know what we're spending on these things? So on parks, 248 per week, I believe. No loans up and running at the moment. Okay, we're starting to see a little bit of cash flow in, but I really think we are going to need a lot more stuff going on. What I'll do is I will, so what are we doing here? From this side, so that's going to be a one-way. So let's grab the one-way right here. Put that out. I'm going to give it a little bit like that. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it a bit of a curve to go. Actually, from here I could actually go straight into the highway ramp. I just want us to forget about that for now. I don't want to spend the money. It's too much money right now. What I need to do is focus on getting more residential stuff in. What I can do is I can get the other side of this to be zoned also. So zone that for now. Oh, I can fill in a little bit on this side too. Yeah, actually, maybe what I should do is get rid of that, because this is a interchange area. We may get things to go better. We may make this a bit of a bigger arrangement. So really, I should start filling in this side. So if we go and have a look at our districts, oh yeah, I wanted to zone, get this area. This area is going to be one big district. Okay, right, like so. This area is going to be one big district. Okay, because to be honest, neighborhoods are of this kind of size. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty good right there. So that's Barlow Park. That's what that is. Let's just make sure that we don't, just for in case we do put in some policies, we don't want to be too restrictive over there. Look at that. That looks so weird. Can I drop that down a little? And now it's giving me some zoning issues. Come on. Giving me some zoning issues right there. Yeah, I think that's okay. That kind of does. Yeah, that's better. That is much better. Okay, we haven't zoned that area, but I don't necessarily. So now seeing some stuff happening there. Okay, so now let's see how are we gonna lay this thing out. I am keen on potentially linking these up with some kind of almost bigger arterial that runs through here. So maybe in anticipation of that, let me start by putting in a fairly sizable road that's supposed to aim in that direction to give us a little bit of guidance. Okay, yeah, 65-degree angle, and the same thing to this side, and I think that is going to be our intersection, and that's going to go over the top and lead into there. I think that's going to be good. That's going to give us some guidance as to what we want to do here. Oh, the other thing I want to bear in mind, and I don't have a lot of cash to do that with, is I want to run a rail along here. So I want to run the rail probably over the top here, okay, and then run it alongside this thing, and probably have a bit of a station there, or on this side could also do. We need more people. Okay, so now let's just get a few more roads off of this. Just a little bit of more standard stuff here, I would imagine. Okay, probably more something like that. Okay. This side we're going to have more of the kind of civic square commercial kind of thing. So what we'll do is we'll run like so. Give me the big road. Just again, let me just expand this a little bit towards the edge there. Okay, so now what I'll do is we will run that, and then do a little something like so, and on here we will finish it off like that. It's going to give us a good area to start with. We can then run a similar thing on the other side, and we could even tie that one in maybe kind of more central over here somewhere, something like that. Okay, I don't want to zone on that, so we'll take care of that in a little bit. Okay, now what I'm thinking of doing here is actually going into a bit more of a high density section. So a little bit of a high density cluster right here next to the industrial stuff. So let's start off by putting in some water connections right here. So we'll do that. We'll run it through there, like so, and like so. So there's water connections. We need a little bit in the line of power. So give me my kind of residential stuff here. So I'll run it up to there. Need to run it up here. And there we go. So now our residential power cables are switched on. Yeah, that works. That kind of works. So now we've got power up here. That'll bring in a lot of cash, but what we're going to need to do is we need to service this area also. So for instance, a school. Yeah, let's put a school in there. Let's put a bit of a... Oof, we don't have cash. We really don't have cash. Maybe we need to take out a loan. And what I also want to do is I want to make very sure we do indeed get some commercial stuff going on, some shops and the likes. That area right there, so that is growing. We should see a fair bit more money coming in. At the same time, I'll grab this and we will run that in the opposite direction. I'm kind of wondering whether we tie it in somewhere. Well, let's just run it all the way to there for now. And what we could do is we can run this one straight in like so. May not be a good idea to actually tie those together. It's very close already. Okay, so now we'll do a similar arrangement over here. Okay, and that's just kind of going to be a bit of a dead end right there. Well, at the same time we do that, Yeah, how's that? That looks pretty good. We can fill in a little bit more over there. Let's grab some more piping. Okay, as a starting point at least. Okay, so let's start off over here. Good stuff. What I wanted to do is I just wanted to make sure we take out the zoning on this thing. Much better. Much better. Similarly, I'm going to take out the zoning off of this. So just take off the zoning off of this one. Probably, maybe we'll zone a little bit of it in the future, but I don't think right away. So these guys are all getting stuff, but we really need a bit of a police station over here. What I think I'm going to do, just so that things keep ticking along, I'm going to grab a loan. 60,200. Let's take this 60,000 loan. It's going to be pretty good. So give me, probably need to take a bigger loan than that. That's 12,000. That's 8,500. What is the weekly cost? 200. That's 4. So let's start with a bit of a smaller police presence right here. What does this one do? Small police station. That's at the same. Yeah, fine. Let's put that one in there. Some police presence. I'm also thinking we probably need to do a little bit of this. We do a local fire station at like 6,000. That's not bad. That's probably a good idea if we do that. So let's squeeze it in over here. A few trucks over there to be able to sort out some fire problems if we have them. Okay, let's speed things up. That's maybe a big part of our problem, is things aren't sped up enough. Okay, so now we're going to start seeing a little bit more of a requirement for what am I saying? Industrial demand. So let's grab this. I'm thinking if I run it this way, just take that off, so we'll see. So yeah, if I run it up to there, and then if we run it like this, because I think the problem we're having over here is that if that is a one-way, and that will be a one-way, yeah, and then that'll go into a ramp that goes out in that direction. But so for now, what we can do in this area specifically, we can actually run some water in there, and we will add some industrial needs, and that's still in the district. So let's do that, let's do that, and that, and that, up to there. That's pretty good. We'll have something in there, something in there, and say up to about there. So it's a little bit more of an industrial piece. Let's see. Yeah, that is in the Barlow district, so be some more oil industrial stuff happening. We've run out of power again. Man, that is crazy. What's going on over here? Only just 40 and 40. Yeah, so what is the other thing? I think I've got something here that can generate power. What if I go here? What is this? Yeah, that's the waste incineration plant. It generates very little though, and it's extremely costly. So maybe that's not actually what we're going to do. What is this? This is a public landfill. Interesting. I don't need that to be to do it. Don't need that at the moment. This road is getting a little bit busier. Are we making money? Yeah, we are starting to make a fair bit of money. Yeah, power is the big deal right now. So what are we going to do with power? Am I just going to do another coal power plant? Yeah, I think from a cost perspective, that's what we're going to do. I'll just squeeze in another one right over there. So our power plants are running up alongside the hill here. I think what I'll do is I'll just fill in the rest of this with some more industrial demand. It'll be like a dead end over there. So I'll do a few more pieces right there. I think I have water all the way? Yeah, I do. And power shouldn't be a problem right next to the power station. Police are struggling to get to everything they need to be doing, I must say. Over there, how's that going? Yeah, that's doing a pretty decent job. So in that direction, and then from this direction is what I... Oh, no. From that direction, yeah, that's what I'm kind of after. So it'll be like a half clover or something like that. Well, it's actually more of a half diamond, but it'll look more clovery. Okay, so there. Okay, now industrial demand is starting to spike a little bit, so we probably need to look into maybe a little bit of an office section. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll cover this section as a bit of office space right over there to see. Oh, that's not going to work. Hang on. That's not going to work because I don't have people going to university just yet. So, sorry guys. It's not going to be office. It can, at the very best, be a bit of a higher density commercial. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Oh, I wanted to do another district. Paint the district over here. That's the ore one. So what I'll do is I'll just gonna skirt that through there. Briar, Rose Park, something. Yeah, probably need better names for these districts. Oops, that's not what I want. And I want to make sure that we keep that district free. Just in case. Tweak it a little bit like that. Okay, perfect. So Briar Rose Park is crazy. What am I gonna call this? Not too good at naming districts. But yeah, definitely leaving room for the rail potentially on both sides. Are we running out of water? Or did I just not... Yeah, we're running out of water. How are we getting water? We've got one water tower providing all of this water, so probably time to get another one. Not too close to... not too close to things over there, I would imagine. Let's get it... kind of somewhere over here. I think that's probably about a good spot right there, and we will link it up. Oh, now it doesn't have power. No! Crazy. Let me get some residential lines, and we'll see about running a little bit of power this direction. There we go, some power lines over there to link those up. Oh, death care is... I keep forgetting about stuff like that. So death care definitely needs to be included around here. So we'll run a little bit of death care over here. There's some commercial stuff happening over there. Are we yeah, we're seeing a fair bit of money coming in. Again, we're struggling a little bit with the crime. The police they're not keeping up with the demands. But at the moment, we're just trying to keep this bank balance looking well. Okay, and I'm also thinking maybe we should add some more spaces, but maybe we should fill in a little bit more over here. I think what I'll do is I'm actually gonna fill in this one. Also for now. Oh, we have a community school over here, so we've got some high school setups on the other side, but nothing really on that side. So we've got seeing some busy intersections going on, but over here we still need to do our interchange. Yeah, maybe let me do that. Let me start looking at that ever so quickly. So grab this one, take that off. Okay, so now let's see. I want to be sure to give it I think about 10 10. If we do say something like that, no, that's going to be too much. So let's do say 15. Too much again. So let's do 10. Hang on. Let's actually start it from this side, because what we need to do is we need to run it right next to this one. If we do something like that, and then we then see about tying it in like so underneath the bridge right over there. And now what we need to do is we need to give that a little bit more straight over there, and then we'll kind of turn it into that direction, and that'll be our. And what we could actually do is I could actually do a little bit in here also. So let's do indeed change up this road back to a two-way. Okay, so we'll go back to a two-way right over here, and what I'll also run is I'll run a bit of a two-way in here. So so we'll actually make use of this area for some more industrial. I believe that's all still part of the same district. Yeah, pretty much. What I'll do is I will expand it a little bit to at least enclose all of that, and then I'm gonna go and zone this as industrial right there. Maybe not right there, up to there. Do I have some water running through here? Let's have a quick look. We do now. Okay, so we'll see a bit more of industrial in there. So we're actually making some decent use of our right-of-way areas over here. We could make this two-way and then have a tie-in from both directions. Actually, that would work quite well. Okay. And then we're going to do a similar thing on the other side. So this time, let's. I'm again going to want to run a bit of a highway link right next to. Are we going to clear that? Yeah, we are. Whoa! Not quite the button I wanted to press. And then on the other side, what I wanted to do is at least do. Let's start it off with a two. Okay, like that. We're gonna turn it around, and from a highway perspective, let's do 10, not 11, 10. That's gonna. We're not gonna have the luxury 6. Okay, something like that. If we continue this one as straight as possible, let's say like that, and then we link them up and just turn that around. So that's our interchange setup over here. Pretty tight little turn there. That one's quite bigger to make room for a little bit more industrial stuff, but that's pretty decent. Grab this, just tidy it up just a tad over here. Something like that. Yeah, that's pretty decent right there. So that works quite well. with our setup over there. So that's a little bit of a half interchange over there. It's also allowing us some access into here. We're getting some oil use right here, so that's a pretty bad area. I do, however, need some more police, so let's grab an extra police station. If I look at this, where I've got that one, but that's not actually doing much. What we'll do is we'll grab a police station. What else can we grab? Is there another kind of a rural, it's a smaller one? So let's just do a smaller police station right over here, right at the end in the industrial area over there. A bit of an industrial type police station setup. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but just start sorting out all of this stuff that we're seeing. We'll start seeing some fire trucks. Oh no, that means all of that's gonna burn down unless we, oh my goodness, probably need better fire protection right over here. So let me grab this one right next to it, which is about the similar kind of thing, right? So you guys can immediately go and do your thing. This is all gonna burn down now because I don't have the helicopters to deal with that. Again over here, what's with all the crime? Man, this is crazy. Let's get another something over here that's a little bit more industrial. We'll plop it in there and we'll get the police to try and sort out some stuff here. Because that area is like crime stricken. Wow, that whole section's gonna burn down, I think. Unless I do something about it. Is it gonna keep burning? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's gonna keep burning. Give me a bit of a dirt road, and we'll just gonna run it through there to try and at least contain that a little bit. Get rid of this and that. Okay, that shouldn't see us. Shouldn't see a jump too far. So hopefully that will contain that fire from going too far. Yeah, I think that's that'll stop it. Man, the whole thing burnt down over here. The buildings are okay, but of course we don't have the helicopters to deal with that. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna put a cut in this episode. I'm gonna let it run a little bit so we get a bit more cash, so that we can really start building our industrial harbor over here. In the next episode we also need to do the train, which the rail will run through there. That's pretty good. I've kind of almost forgot about that a little bit, so we'll do our rail that runs through there. And we really need to expand some more on the industrial side of things. So I think that's going to be pretty good for us. We can actually do this as a bit of an industrial area off of that road right there, and I will do that. Okay, so I'm going to run it a little bit to get a bit more cash, and we'll see you in the next episode. If you've liked it, hit that button, leave some comments, and bye-bye.